Okay, welcome back. So I've washed everything, I've prepped it, I've taken off all the mould release, so I've given it a good wash down with my toothbrush, hot soapy water, and I like to use 3 parts washing up liquid to 2 parts water, and sort of lukewarm to a little bit hot. I don't know if that makes sense. Enough so you can put your hands in it and you don't scald yourself. So take my advice, lukewarm water. So we've cleaned up the model, we've cut the bits where they like the rough bits off the side. Let's just focus on that so we can do that. We've green stuffed what we need to do on the main battle tank, but here we're going to talk about how we can jazz this up a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the model. Let's focus in on that if we can. If it lets me. Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our pin drill and we're just going to drill in a little bit and wipe it and take away the excess. And we're going to do another one there. I mean, later on we're going to cover this in a lovely bit of transfer, but we're going to make sure that the bullet holes can be seen through the transfer, so we'll mess up the transfer later. But anyway, so just a little couple of bullet holes there. And what I like to do is I take a larger drill bit and I just clean it around. Now if I haven't got a larger drill bit, just take your, let's just focus in on that if we can, your scalpel blade, and just turn it like this, because what you want, I don't know if you can see that, what you want is an impact. That's a very clean shot. What you want is the edges rounded off if you can, so like a, so we'll do it again, so if you can see this, so you go round like that, and we take that out, and that gives us a nice bullet hit. So hopefully you can see that. So we'll just clean it out and just make sure all the rubbish, all the spare bits that we don't want in there are taken out as well. So that's a nice bullet hit. Now you can do that with a drill bit as well, by making a small hole, just gently turning a drill bit into the resin, and it will give you the same effect. But if you haven't got a drill bit handy, because I forgot to put one out ready for this demonstration, just use your scalpel blade, it does work. So there we go, we've got a couple of bullet holes there, and it's probably worth just on the bins at the back of the vehicle, probably worth just putting 1 or 2 in there. So we'll stick one in here, like that. Not too deep, just deep enough so you can see the hole. And it's always worth just doing one lower down. In that case I think we'll do it higher up, so we'll do it here. So it gives a sort of spray motion, so it looks like someone sprayed the tank with a heavy stubber or something like that. And again, we just take our scalpel blade in a circular motion, just go round, and again on the other side with a circular motion, just go round like that. Okay, this works really well on resin, because resin is quite a soft material compared to the plastic kits, but you can do exactly the same thing with the plastic kits. So what that's given us is a little bit of detail, and it's made the tank, it's given a tank a bit of history as well. So the other way of doing it is just take a little chip out. Now we're going to be painting chip effects on this, because someone's asked me how I do my chip effects. So we're going to be doing it. There's a couple of methods, which is the salt chip method, which I did a video, I talked about it on a video a while back, or we can actually paint them in by hand. So I think we'll do it by hand, because salt chipping, as much as a great technique as it is, takes forever to do. And I tell you what, I think Consortium also did a video about chipping, paint chipping and stuff like that. So everybody has their own techniques, and everybody has their own style when they come to painting, and it's basically, you can pick it up as you go along, and it's all about practice. You're not going to get things right straight away, so don't worry about that, but what you will do is over time pick up the techniques. Right, so there we go. So we're just taking little bits out of the tank, not too much, but it just gives it a bit of character, a little bit of history. So it's been through some wars, and I think we can afford to put another bullet hole, say just here. So we're just going to drill into it like that. So it gives us a little bullet hole just there, and then we're going to just, in a circular motion, just do that. There you go. So if I can focus up on that, I don't know if it'll let me. There's a bit of shadow there, but just there, that's lovely. Okay, and because it's in a circular motion, it's quite erratic, so it looks like the paint and the metal's been damaged quite badly. So that's what we want, or the panelling. Okay, so there's our main turret. That's the main body, turret housing, or the gun housing. Sorry, that's the main section there. Now we're gonna take some glue. I like to use Vital super glue. Now I'm using the fast pouring, but normally I use this type, which is super glue slow pour. Trouble is they ran out on my store, so all they had was this stuff. Now this is what I normally use, and I normally use a bottle of activator to get it to go off quickly, because the last thing you need to be doing is holding your model for like 5 minutes for it to go off. So we're going to use this, and as you notice it's a bit rough at the top, so I need to just clear that out. And that's just to be done with a scalpel blade. Right, so there we go, that's a bit better. Right, first things first, take this, and we're just going to dab a bit of glue on the back there, and oops, sorry for that. Just going to take that, spray in the inside. Now this is a quick drying bond, so as soon as it goes into place, and I'll just take it away for a second. It basically means our barrel's stuck into place. So, which is good. Boom, resin. Now this acts quite fast. As soon as it's super glue and resin, as soon as it's attached, it's bonded, and resin becomes very, very weak when you try to snap it off. So if you try to take that off now, I'll probably take some of the main turret with it. Anyway, so there we go. So that's that done. So we've got the turret fixed together. I'm happy about that. That looks nice. So there's that there. Now we're going to concentrate on putting on the stubber. Now, if I just focus on that. Now I've taken the stubber off one of the other tanks which I never used. Reason being that the stubber that I got in my 4-year-old model was snapped in half. So we're just going to use this bit here. So again, we're going to take this, take that, add a bit of super glue onto it, and I'll do this off camera because I need to see what I'm doing, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a pain for you guys because you're just going to be looking at absolutely nothing. So I've put a bit of super glue on there. Now if you look just here on the model, that's where it needs to go. So that fits in there like that. So I just need to take it away for a second to make sure it's straight. And it is. That's fantastic, that's put in place. I take my activator, just let that dry. You don't want to smother it in glue because unfortunately what you'll do is you'll get a white powder that builds up there, and that's where the super glue and where the bonder has dried. So there we go, that's that bit there. And last but not least is these bits. Right, so I take my super glue and I take my hatch, if you can see the hatch there. So hatch 1, we'll make sure we've got them the right way round, because last thing we need to do is stick them on and they're not the right way round. Okay, so hatch 1, which is this bit here, will just feed into there. And you've got to make sure you don't super glue your fingers to it. That's not good. And then hatch 2 will literally get this right fit just on that bit there. Let's just make sure we've got that in there. Hold on. I want to apologise for this, guys. There you go. So that's how to it. That's it all set up. That's all in place. And it's absolutely brilliant. I'm really chuffed with that. And then our guy fits in here. And that's it. Right, so I'll now be moving on to the next section. I'll see you guys later.